Hi guys, welcome to Sim Captain. It is Sunday night, November 10th. I have a friend with me, Adrian. First time I've had a first officer along. We are going to be flying the Vulcan event into Birmingham. A Vulcan evening? What was it again?
Something like that.
Anyway, so we're going to get the engine started and get moving. We got control here. We're going to need to get ATIS.
So 132.1. It's already up there on the second one.
Oh, okay, perfect.
18 center. 18
Pegs are
right.
right here.
North is to airmen. Transponder is required to be on while operating on runways and taxiways. Read back will hold short instructions. Bird activity vicinity airport. VFR aircraft contact clearance delivery 127.15. Advised aircraft type. Initial heading plans altitude low level wind shear advisories are in effect. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Delta.
Delta. Look, there's a plane taking off.
Oh yeah, American. 127.
Charlotte Douglas International Airport ATIS information Delta 22520. Web 170 at 5. Visibility was 0. Sky clear below 2000. Temperature 13. 2.4. Altimeter 3013.
301.
Simultaneous departures in use. Expect runway 18 center. Runway 18 left.
18 left.
Simultaneous approaches in use. Expect visual approach 18 left. 18 center. 18 right. North is to airmen. Transponder is required to be on while operating on runways and taxiways. Read back will hold short instructions. Bird activity vicinity airport. VFR aircraft contact clearance.
Is this tower?
No, that's clearance delivery.
Clearance? Is he on?
That's another good question. You try him.
I think it was, just center was on. I don't know who.
At Charlotte?
Yeah.
I think at least tower, at the very least, was been on.
Clearance on? I'll call and see. Sounds like somebody's on. And Charlotte clearance November 6-6. Lima X-ray looking for IFR clearance to Birmingham. We have information Delta.
November 6-6 at Lima X-ray, Charlotte, clearance delivery, good evening. I'll have your clearance for you in just 1 moment, stand by.
6 Lima X-ray standing by. What was our departure procedure?
We are on the Esther 4 departure. It's going to be radar vectors GIN.
How you spell Gin?
G-I.
Oh, G-I-N.
N-N-N.
G-I-N-N-N.
Correct. Our initial altitude is going to be 8,000.
8,000. And we filed for 320.
Yeah. Departure control is going to be 1205.
120.5. And let's get the engine started. Let's go start going through the checklist.
Pre-start master switch.
On.
Negative for American 563.
Alternator master.
On.
Nav. Lights.
All as required.
Panel lights.
As required.
APU is
November
on.
1457 uniform. It looks like the flight plan you filed was departing
avionics
Birmingham
master.
Airport.
On.
Just to confirm,
Fuel.
departing the Charlotte Airport tonight.
Quantity.
Fuel quantities right here, 3,696 pounds.
The flight plan is not
Circuit
going
breakers
through. I
checked.
don't know what's going on.
Doors
I filed
closed
it
and locked.
twice.
Closed and locked.
We'll
Lights
try
are
one
out.
more time.
Passenger briefing.
Is there anything
We're
else
empty.
I can do if it's not going through?
Engine start parking brakes.
Set.
If you were going to Boston,
Rotating
I
beacon.
can amend this flight plan to
On.
reflect you
Fuel pump.
departing Charlotte
Throttles.
with an alternate
Idle.
of Kennedy and
Clear
requesting
left
flight
and
number
right.
410.
Whoops,
Sorry
this is
about
the
that. I
wrong
might have just
screen.
screwed that up. Check it now. See if it went through.
We're clear
It
left.
did
We're
just
clear right.
update. And
Bleed air.
November 1457
Bleed air number 2
cleared to the
and
Boston
starters engaged.
Airport via the Birmingham
Number 2 is turning.
Raleigh Durham
Engine
transition.
2. Mission engaged.
Maintain 8,000.
Fuel run cut on.
Your departure frequency
N2's on the rise.
126.15.
ITT's on the rise.
Above 20%. I'm sorry, 18.
Yep, introduce fuel.
6362.
Hit it, 20%. Good.
Fuel's on. Oh,
Alright, let's check the oil temperature.
I didn't have the sound on.
November 1457 uniform.
That's what was
Clear
weird
Boston
about that.
Logan, Barmy 4 departure.
Oil pressure's good. Oil temperature is in the green.
Engine stabilizing.
Flight level 410 on 10 departure 12615
Bleed air normal for that engine.
Yep. And then we repeat for number 1.
Uniform read back correct when you're ready for
Alright.
taxi.
So bleed air, select number 1, starters engaged.
118.1.
Number 1's turning.
Thanks for the help. Sorry about the mess up there.
N2's on the rise. ITT's on the rise.
Into
Let me see.
16%, 17, 18,
We'll introduce fuel.
19, 20, you're good.
Good ignition. Bleed air back to normal. Starter switch selected to ground.
Oil pressure is good in the green, and oil temperature's in the green. Bleed air is back to normal. Starter switch is guarded.
Yep. Check.
All right, before taxi, we got ATIS, Delta.
We do have Delta. Yeah, careful. It gets hung up on that. It's a pain.
Oh, it's the ring itself.
Yeah. I catch that all the
Whoops.
time.
It came off.
That's all right. No biggie. That can be fixed. I wonder what we're waiting on from this guy.
Because some guy in front of us doesn't have his flight plan filed correctly.
I've preset 8,000 in the autopilot.
MCP. That's not right, but I'll fix it in a minute. Alright, before taxi ATIS, we got clearance delivery. We're waiting on. Clock's set. It's 23:30. Away.
No. Yes. It's 23:40, but alright.
6 plus 5. Yeah, you're right. That is right. Okay. I
Yep.
realized it was only 6 o'clock. Clock set transponder. We're waiting for autopilot. 8,000 feet. It's going to be initially
250 knots below 10,000.
November 66 Lima X-ray, I have your clearance when you're ready to copy.
The 6 Lima X-ray, we're ready to copy.
West Wind 66 Lima X-ray cleared to the Birmingham airport via the Esther 4 departure. IPTE transition. Maintain 8,000. Your departure frequency tonight, 126.15. Squawk code 6364.
6364.
What was that transition?
IPTE.
Alright, 66 Lima X-ray, we're cleared. The Esther 4 IPTE transition. Climb to 8,000. Flight level 320 in 10 minutes. Departures 120.5. Squawk 6364.
West Wind 6 Lima X-ray, everything was correct except the departure frequency tonight will be 126.15, 2615.
Okay, copy the correction on the frequency is 126.15 for 66 Lima X-ray.
West Wind 6 Lima X-ray, thank you. When you're ready for taxi, contact tower 118.1.
Alright, tower on 18-1 for taxi, 66 Lima X-ray. Thanks a lot. So long.
Thank you, good night.
Going to
Do
tower.
you like the new voice codec?
Yeah, it sounds good.
It sounds
Nice.
really good.
Plus with this intercom system.
Yeah, it sounds much more realistic.
Yeah, it's awesome. Alright, shall we give tower a call for taxi?
Hang on 1 sec. I'm still trying to fix this loop on here.
No problem. I wish we could figure this PTT out so that way you could transmit and I didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, right. You can always set this one to do it.
That's
In
true.
between, yeah.
You
No,
want-
don't worry about it. Where were we?
Give you
Oh,
radio
we got our
responsibilities?
clearance.
We have clearance.
Clocks are set. Transponder is set. Autopilot is selected. Flight directors
Are on.
on. Altimeter's current 3043. Landing gear selectors down with 3 green lights.
And we'll test. Like, good test.
Pitot heat.
Is on.
De-ice.
Is on.
Set flaps for takeoff.
Flaps are set for takeoff.
Trim.
Trim is set for takeoff.
Cabin alerts are both on. APU, we can shut down the APU,
Yep,
so that's
so
down.
That down and then the one up down. Perfect. And then I'll verify here. APU is coming down, master switch is off.
Alright, so APU's off. Ground taxi clearance.
Alright.
Challenger 145.
And that checklist will be complete. We got an aircraft coming in, looks like over there.
Challenge.
Yeah, it's a Challenger right there. That's cool.
American 1718, show tower, wind 1705, runway 18 center, crew line number 2. If you can slow your minimum approach speed, that'd be awesome.
It's nice that they're kind of busy
Yeah,
here.
we'll slow down 1 center,
There
clear
goes our
left.
van. Bye, guys.
American 90,
Thanks for the
94
lift.
going around.
American 1994, roger, climb maintain 4000, turn right heading
Someone's
270.
going around.
If I maintain 4,000,
We gotta go around.
Yeah, this guy's going
There
around.
he is.
This guy, he's a little busy.
American 733,
Should I call him?
Hang
He's
on
busy.
1 second. Let's get to the active taxiway.
Yeah.
Let me open this in a new window.
What is the name of this FBO? I forget where we are. What's that?
Wilson Air Center.
Wilson Air Center. Charlotte Tower, November 66 Lima X-ray at Wilson Air Center with information Delta. We're ready for taxi.
Looks like it's gonna be a Delta
Put
taxi.
the GPS mode on.
American 1994, continue that right turn to heading 330, climb maintain 4000, and then contact approach again 126.15.
9330, 4,000 approach for American 1994.
183 on the heading.
Alright, Challenger 145 sending you from Charlotte Tower, go ahead.
Yeah, Challenger 57 uniform Wilson Air, taxi with Delta.
Challenger 5457 uniform, runway 18 left, taxi by Delta, cross runway 23
Gonna
Delta.
follow this Challenger.
And taxi to 18 left via Delta, cross 23 on Delta,
Probably
Challenger
the same thing we're
57
going to get.
uniform.
Yeah, follow
And
him.
who is the other aircraft called for taxi?
American.
American 553 squawk mode, Charlie, make sure you're squawking 6 tree 54.
I've done that flight, the American 1718.
And Charlotte Tower, November 66, Lima X-ray Wilson Air with Delta ready for taxi behind the Challenger.
Number 66 Lima X-ray, let's see. Number 66 Lima X-ray. Stand by, I'm gonna see if I can get you off 18 left.
Okay.
Okay, then.
We're at 18
Could have
left.
just told us, yeah, we're right there, dude. We just got to taxi down the Delta.
Yeah, I'll just follow him.
I'm
American 553 squawk.
not sure why they don't want to let him
There
just
he
do
goes.
that.
American 1718, welcome Charlotte, do you have a gate today?
Team Delta 8 for 17.
American 1718, gate Delta 8, taxi by Echo Mike, cross runway 5 at Echo.
Echo Mike cross runway 5 at Echo for 17.
American 553, I see you squawking the correct code, but you're still squawking standby here.
Were we squawking mode C? I don't remember. The only way to do it is to check is to leave the screen. I don't want to do that. I know it goes to mode C if on automatically when we take off.
Yeah, the problem with that is that any mode C on the ground for
Yeah.
ADS.
Should I just check it?
I won't-
I'll just check it. Just a pain in the butt to move everything back. Oh, we are squawking mode C. All right. I wish I had remembered that.
All right, it
Number
happens.
66 Lima X-ray, runway 18 left, taxi by Delta, cross runway 23 at Delta.
Delta via 2.
All right. 18 left via Delta, cross runway 23 at Delta for 66 Lima X-ray.
American 553.
Not my first rodeo, son.
I know.
American 583, thanks, runway 18 center, taxi by Echo.
Just out of curiosity, is there a reason you don't use Westwind 66 Lima X-ray?
Because everyone confuses it with Westwind Airlines, and then they're looking
that's
for
right,
the
that's right.
WW call
gotcha,
sign,
I
and they
gotcha.
don't know where I am.
I got you. That makes sense.
So
now.
there's a parking brake handle here, just so you know where it is. It's up and down. Down is
I
off.
can't see that thing.
There is.
Okay.
I have a little light back here.
So up and down is off?
Yeah. Up is on. Down is off.
Ah, okay. I see it over there. Makes sense.
Just so you know how to work everything.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna spool up.
All right. Taxi checklist.
Move
Taxi
it.
lights.
Taxi lights are on.
Parking brake.
Parking brake is off.
Brakes.
We'll test left one, and there's the right one. Brakes are test.
All right. Vertical speed indicator.
Read 0.
We're at 0. Mine. Airspeed indicator.
Also read 0.
0. All right. We got 5 knots. Probably a little headwind right now.
Yep. Heading indicator turns properly on both sides.
Yep. Spoilers deployed. Retract.
We'll deploy. Hold on. We got an issue. Deploy. Light illuminates. Retract. Light extinguishes. Where are we exiting here?
Right here. You're
There's
going
a
straight
van
now. Yeah.
right in front of us. Whoa.
Yeah,
Near
dude.
miss. With
That
the,
guy's not driving properly. He
Yeah.
got his airport license again.
we got the fire truck out here. What's he doing?
He doesn't know what
Challenger
he's...
457,
He's coming in here. I gotta stop.
From flying 140, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
I don't know what these guys are doing.
Take off 18 left
Pulling up
and
to
say
us.
anything one more time, please, for 5 Sydney.
Hey,
Get
yeah.
around him here. I just want to make sure I'm not going off the taxiway here. That was so weird. Why is the fire truck doing that to me?
I'm not sure.
All right. So,
Probably
am
check
I
that
making a
airport.
left or a right out of
Making
here?
a right out of here.
On Delta.
Yes, correct. First taxiway is going to be Delta.
It's not lit. That's
Oh,
so
hold
weird.
on. You also... Oh, yeah, okay. You're going to have to do something weird here. We don't have scenery in this airport.
All
Not a
right.
huge deal.
Here's Delta, but there's no taxi lights.
Correct.
Let's continue. Check.
Reversers test.
2 unlocked, 2 in reverse, 2
Yep.
stowed.
Flight controls.
We are free and correct.
Engine instruments are all in the green on my side.
Yep, check.
Departure briefing. Alright, departure briefing. We are going to be departing Esther 4 departure. It's going to be a radar vectors to the Gin intersection with initial altitude of 8,000. The initial heading is going to be 183
I see that.
up to 1,260 feet.
Okay.
After that is another 183 heading unless departure gives us a vector. Once we go to Gin, it's going to be RNAV all the way to IPTE, and then on course.
All right.
Probably expect cruise altitude in 10 minutes would be my guess, if not 5.
All right, and as far as failures go, any failure before VR will abort. Will abort by saying abort, bringing the throttles to idle, deploying the spoilers, engaging the reversers, and applying braking. Any failure after VR, with the exception of fire and the loss of directional control, will go airborne and return here to Charlotte. Do you have any questions?
No.
Departure
Sounds
tonight
good.
and
Departure checklist, taxi checklist complete.
All right.
I believe you're going to have a quick right, left turn up here. I'm not sure if you have the taxiway on the other side.
It's there. It's like a slight jog.
I know, but I'm saying oh, I see it. Okay, it does continue all the way.
There's just no lights, which makes it hard to see.
Yeah.
I don't know why there's no lights on.
It's Charlotte. I actually just got the new scenery for Charlotte on P3D. I love it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is Blueprint, I think, is the scenery here.
I have Imagined.
This is old.
I believe it is. Yeah, Blueprint is fairly old, but they have decent scenery, and I like it.
I hope I'm doing the right shit here. We're cleared across 2-3, right?
Correct. We are cleared to cross 2-3 on Delta, which
left and right.
we're clear.
Yeah.
American looks like he's landing way short of the airport over there.
So here's Delta.
All right, we're gonna keep going straight. We're on Delta currently.
I gotta do another top-down look. It's a weird. See, the taxiway isn't built on this.
Okay.
Oh no, it is. There's the line.
You sure
No,
about that?
no, there's no taxiway there.
I would hold here and we'll call the tower. Tell them we don't have Delta. We can take the Mike intersection. Or correction. Yeah, the Mike intersection for departure.
At Tower 66 Lima X-ray, our scenery actually doesn't have Delta going all the way to the end. We can take the Mike intersection if that works.
Number 66 Lima X-ray, that works. Give me 1 second.
And we got before takeoff checklist?
All right, before takeoff checklist, nav radios.
Are set.
Set. Com radios, departures on 12, what was it?
Oh, that would be 12615.
126.5.
Charlotte Tower, American 1994 with you, attempt number 2.
126.5.
12615.
Oh, I'm sorry.
1994, Charlotte Tower, wind 1705, runway 18 center, crew land.
All right, transponders on and set.
Check
Altimeter
6364.
current setting. Heater heat's on, DS is on.
240.
Yaw damper off.
We'll fly a heading of 240. We're clear for takeoff, 66 Lima X-ray.
240 on the heading.
All right, lights and strobes.
Lights and
Keep
strobes.
going to the checklist. Fuel pumps on.
Fuel pumps on, flaps. And just so you know,
Set for takeoff. Trim is
on
set for
these,
takeoff.
you put it on
Continuous.
correct. I didn't know if you did that on that one.
Yep.
All right, trim set for takeoff. No time and fuel. 2342
Clock is running.
and 3,600 pounds of fuel on board.
All right, we're good. This is
All right. That was takeoff checklist complete.
18
Line up,
left.
tower clearance we have. Threshold, check for landing aircraft we checked.
all right. Good spool up, 40%. We're going to go to takeoff power. Takeoff power is set.
Lineup checklist is good. All right, next is climb.
Yep. I'll get the calls for this. Airspeed's alive, 2 times.
80 knots.
Cross
Coming
check.
up.
2 good engines. We'll continue.
Continue.
V1 is 131.
V1.
Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up.
Gear in transit.
240 on the heading.
240, correct. Gear up, lights out.
All right, 400 above. Flaps up.
Flaps coming up.
Flaps up and indicate.
Flaps up and off.
All right, going to 240. And we're going up to 8,000.
Correct. Speed 210. Yeah, call departure. Oh, he didn't tell you to call departure yet, did he?
Now, roll out. Here's the 24 heading. 240 heading.
Number 66 Lima X-ray, I got a new departure frequency for you. It's going to be 121.35. That's 121.35.
All right, new frequency is 121.35 for 6 Lima X-ray. We're switching. So long.
Yeah.
Autopilot's engaged.
Are we able to descend down 18,000 for short run?
Yaw damp is on.
Alright, climb, gear up, lights out, flaps up. Yaw damper is on. Autopilot checked and engaged.
Autopilot is engaged.
Altitude and altimeter current setting above 5,000. Fuel pumps off.
We're above 5, fuel pumps off. And let's call departure, hold on.
Alright.
And departure, November 66 Lima X-rays climbing through 7,500 for 8,000 on a 240 heading.
November 66 back at last hour, combat maintain level 210.
Was that us?
I don't know. Confirm that.
November 63 Max, at last hour, combat maintain level 320.
320.
Climb maintain flight level 320, 66 Lima X-ray. It's hard to hear him for a second.
Yeah.
320. Straight up to almost our cruise.
That is our cruise, 320.
Is it? I thought
Yeah.
we were filed for 340.
No, we filed 320.
Alright, we got a stable climb. And after takeoff checks.
I'm doing the climb checklist right now.
Oh, we didn't do after takeoff?
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
We line up and climb, that's
No,
it.
there should be an after takeoff checklist.
Atlantis Center, good evening, Delta 1125, with you, just over Jackson, flight level.
But it is, it's flaps up and
Delta
indicated, gears up, lights
1125,
out,
where are you
yaw
at?
damps on, autopilot checked and set. And that was pretty much it.
You don't have that indicator, buddy.
I don't? I swear I do.
Taxi before takeoff. Line up. Climb.
Weird. I swear there's an after takeoff check.
And then cruise.
Huh. I don't know what happened.
Climb
there.
would be your after takeoff.
We're above 10, landing lights are off.
Alright, above 10 landing lights off, starter switch is flight.
Selected to flight.
And above flight level 180 was standard. Climb checklist complete.
Well, we've been cleared straight up to 320, so I'm going to put the altimeter standard now so I don't forget.
Okay.
If he tells us to level off, we'll change it.
Yeah.
He didn't give us any change of heading or anything.
Not yet, no. But he's probably got us almost direct our first fix, if not.
Atlanta Center, United 410.
United 410 Atlanta.
Is there any way we can just
Oh, that's what we're talking
here
to,
at
is Atlanta.
250? We believe we have the
United
first
410 maintain 250.
Everyone's talking over each other.
Delta 1125 Atlanta, so it looks like the
It's
voiceover got
supposed to-
disconnected on me again. Squawk 2012.
2012, 1125.
The new voice codec doesn't allow you to do that. It beeps you out.
Yeah, it's like brrrr.
Yep.
Yeah,
Delta 2496 Atlanta, Fremont combat maintain flight level
which is
220.
pretty realistic.
Probably hasn't given us direct gin yet.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Should I call him?
Always ask if you're in doubt.
Yeah.
Delta 1125 radar contact 22 miles northeast of the Gadsden view. Our caution bound at 14,000 Atlanta landing west, altimeter 3013.
He's just busy, so it's hard to focus in on.
No big deal.
14,000 and copy.
You hear the static because he's kind of far away.
Yep.
Atlanta Center 66 Lima X-ray. Did you want us to maintain the 240 heading?
Number 660 back to direct next, sir.
What?
Tell me coming in.
6 Lima X-ray. I couldn't copy. Say again.
660 back to direct next, sir.
Direct to something. Direct to... Okay. 6 Lima X-ray. We copy. Direct to Esther.
United 125, expect the visual approach, 118 center shot, altimeter 3013. 118, yeah, 120.
All right, we're going direct to Esther.
Atlanta Center, American 1698. So
I always go to the next
Yeah,
wave.
no. Gonna put you on the map.
Right,
I got you.
exactly.
Alright.
I'm glad you get things like that, you know?
Yeah.
Who's calling?
I had to use this thing on the, when I was flying the Cessna. Even with the G1000, they have that same problem.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it always overflies, like it doesn't go direct.
No.
It overflies because it wants to
American
intercept that
1698,
line.
Atlanta
Right.
Center, expect the visual approach,
I could fly the
118,
heading
left shot, altimeter 3013,
and do it right.
and maintain 9,000.
But it's only, we're talking about 6 miles.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
the likelihood is he won't even notice I did that.
He won't notice anything anyway.
Yeah. But I love how the
Yeah, the
yokes
gauges
move
are
around
pretty
with...
neat. That is pretty neat.
And you can also turn that screen off if you want. You can go to the main and you can hit off in the middle to get rid of the light.
990 Atlanta Center, combat maintain flight level 350.
350,
But then when you do that, I lose where...
You turned it off, can't figure it
Yeah.
out.
On. I like it on because I have the clock
Cloud
light.
watch, yeah.
704 with you passing 1000 for 14,000.
American 704, Atlanta 7 o'clock with maintain.
Oh, we're above 10. We can accelerate.
270 American 704.
I should have did that a while ago.
Alright. Oh, yeah, we're almost flight level 180. Almost.
American 180, Lima airspace to the northeast, Washington, close radar service, trip interchange, advisory frequency repeated.
Yeah, let me see that checklist real quick. I don't know what happened to the
I don't see anything down here either.
climb.
I have the same pedals you do over here, by the way.
Yeah, those pedals work. You can fly from your side. It's a fully functioning.
Delta 80,
Not me.
180, Atlanta 7
Yeah, it's a little off.
446.
It's a little off.
Like driving your car from the passenger seat.
I'll give you some left seat time.
That's alright.
It's nice.
It's all good. This is cool though.
2046, 2046.
Before.
Alright, so we're out of this guy's airspace now, so let's close up Charlotte's ticket.
You're right. I don't know what happened to it. I must have came out of here, and I don't know where it is, but it's cool.
Center, United 410,
Hang that back up.
when we get some higher back up to 30.
United 410, Cockpit maintains at level 390.
And we're joining our course.
Delta
Alright,
25,
cool.
Atlanta approach 1279, see ya.
Alright, are we going to Atlantic or Signature when we get down there?
Where do you want to go?
6 of 1, half a dozen of me. I prefer to go to Signature. I'm anti-Atlantic anymore.
Why? Okay, you used to work there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll go to Signature.
Alright, Signature looks like that's going to be...
I don't have any preference. They're all the same to me.
They'll do the same thing for you.
Sometimes I'll just go to the FBO that's the shortest taxi.
Depends on what runway they give us. Speaking of which, what is the METAR up in Nashville? What's today's date, the 10th?
Today's the, yes, 10.
And I like how their METAR is completely ahead of the time right now. Apparently it's in the future. So we got a METAR of 180 at 5, 10 miles visibility, scattered at 25,000, temperature 9, dew point -4, altimeter is 3013.
United 125 Charlotte Airport will be at your call to 1 o'clock in about 15 miles. Call the field site.
He's not going to see it. That's one thing that Vatsim controllers don't
United
understand
125
is
Clear approach 118 center.
in our flight sims, we can't see beyond
50 miles.
15 miles in terms of airports when
Oh,
we're
right.
down that low.
Yeah. I have most of my
United
visual stuff is
125
like
contact.
Yeah. That you can
7
see
miles,
farther
50
right.
miles. Yeah.
But when you're looking for details like airport lights or runways or airport environments, it's 15.
Yeah, I won't start seeing things till about 10 miles, really.
Yeah, sometimes it's 10.
Call tower on a 7 mile final.
Yeah, one controller's like, I'm like 23 miles out, and he's like, report the field in sight. I'm like, I got another like 15 miles before I see the field. And I'm only at like, 3,000 feet, 5,000 feet. I don't remember. It wasn't very high.
Maintain 13 Dutch, Atlanta landing west, altimeter 3013.
See, this one zoom out button is finicky. It doesn't like to, there we go. Now it jumped 3.
Contact actual center 124.
Or I can switch it over and zoom this all the way out and look at the whole country.
We don't need the whole country though.
Well, yeah.
What do we direct now? Good tap?
Atlanta Center JR 55 and route
There's Atlanta.
Birmingham.
Yeah, that's Atlanta. We're going to
Oh
go
wow, we're going to fly right over Atlanta.
right over the top. Yep.
That'd be cool. We'll be able to see all the traffic down there.
Go 500 miles. That's too far, but then you can see most of the country.
Yeah, we're direct dictate. We're coming off the arrival or departure after that fix.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
At that point, as far as I'm concerned, we're en route. I'm just increasing the throttles without moving them. I'll zoom in one more. All right, so we're
Delta CTO2 contact Indiana Full Center 119.55, see ya.
1955, Delta 6202, good night.
let's pull up Birmingham's charts.
I'm looking at them right now.
Oh, you are? You got our arrival?
We don't have an arrival filed.
Oh, we don't?
I don't believe so, unless you recognize kiosk.
Oh, yeah, maybe we don't. Atlanta to only, yeah, I guess we don't. Then you can hit terrain. If you hit the map, here's the terrain option. It'll load. There's terrain. It's cool when you're in the mountains. And when I'm flying in Colorado and stuff, I'll put the terrain on. especially if it's low visibility. But otherwise, it's like a little too bright, so I keep it on the nav mode. So here's like one other little finicky thing about my sim. I don't know why it does this, but if I move the screens around, you see I get this border at the top.
Yeah.
With all that. So if I switch to this screen and I go to my top-down view, it goes away.
That is
And then
weird.
if I go back, it's gone.
That's extremely weird.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that. But if I change the scene, you know, the view again,
It'll come back.
yeah, it'll come back. Wow, we're going really slow. I'm gonna reduce our climb.
Good evening, Atlanta Center, Delta 1892. Checking.
Put our speed back.
Delta 892 Atlanta Center, standby.
Do me a favor, pull up our flight plan. I'm in on this.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just looking for any of these fixes that we may be passing.
Paisley 4. I thought we were coming in on the Paisley 4. Wait, no, Paisley 4. Is that Birmingham?
BHM?
No, that's Nashville.
Oh, well, that explains that. Of course I'm looking at
That chart was just up from, because I flew into Nashville last night. They had the Nashville Madness event, and I flew
What
that.
is it, VGM?
BHM. Bravo Hotel Mike.
Oh. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now. Yeah, there is no arrival for this airport.
Do they have a VOR at the airport?
At the airport?
Yeah, I'll tune that in on the number 2, see if we can see how far out we are.
Birmingham?
It would list it over here.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Navigate
Atlanta Center,
nearby.
412 heavy.
Closest one would be Vulcan, 114.4.
130 miles
4.4.
VOR, flight level 309.
I just put it in the number 2, so
UPS 412 Atlanta.
it'll come up in number 2 if it's picking up.
2014, UPS 412 heavy.
We got traffic passing to our right.
American 1698 Charlotte Airport will be at your 12 o'clock in about 15 miles. Advise you at the airport site.
Let's do, where are we? We're 31, we're almost at cruise.
American 1698 clear, visual approach 118 left. Contact Charles Tower on the 7 miles final on 118.1. Remember, 7 miles final.
Wind is currently calm. 10 miles visibility scattered to 25,000. Temperatures 12.0. Stay calm. Temperatures 3015 at Birmingham. Alright,
Atlanta Center, Mirage 313.
Where's our fuel?
fuel's 3153.
Okay.
That's a cruise. We're coming up on our cruise now.
Mirage
About to level off
313
here.
Atlanta Center, roger.
Alright, cruise checklist. Fuel.
Fuel is, we just checked, 31,
checked it.
59,
Fuel pumps off.
49. Fuel pumps are off.
Altimeter check standard above flight level 180.
We are
Done.
standard 299er2. I see that 2 times.
Check instrument, engine instruments, check every 15 minutes. There's
Yep.
a little bit of a yellow in the,
UPS 412, better
fuel flow
contact
is a little
52
high,
miles
but that's
west
okay.
of the Birmingham.
We are a little high.
3900.
Oh, someone's asking about the
412 heavy.
aircraft.
seatbelt signs.
I can't answer him, unfortunately, because I'm not leaving the screen.
He'll wait till we're done.
If he's still online, I will answer him. But that was the thing about Squawk Box, like, you know, Squawk
Yeah, you
Box
put
was
it up and leave it there.
on top, yeah.
Just curious, I got a few hours in the real world in Westwood. Delta, write his name down. Delta 8180?
Yeah,
It was.
that's not going to help.
Alright, current en route weather, which we looked at earlier tonight. Alright, cruise checklist is complete. Next is descent in range.
So Delta 8180, if you're watching this video, it is a freeware westwind.
Cargo 639, descending 370 on the Rome 6 arrival.
Airbridge Cargo 639 Atlanta Center, Squawk 2052.
You're hearing everything loud and clear in your headset?
Squawk
You're loud and clear in your
2052.
headset? Good. So Delta 8180,
2050,
I'm trying to tell her.
639, requesting runway 28 if available.
Airbridge Cargo 639 are standby. Number 104 Romeo descent is maintained 4000, visual approach 24 into Birmingham, altimeter 3015.
3015 on the meter at Birmingham.
Yeah. So it is a freeware westwind that you can find at flightsim.com.
Center, November 6875 Romeo requesting radio
That's not us.
Delta 2496 is heavy at the Hobbit to arrival.
Roger, put in 496.
Number 104 Romeo Road, center maintain 4000.
Center maintain 4,000. Romeo.
Number 104 Romeo, visual approach, runway 424
Right,
into
just so you
Birmingham.
know,
Altimeter is, the altimeter is
FBO is right
3015.
here, all the way down in the southwest
Oh
corner of the airport. There's also an east FBO, but that's, oh, they have two Atlantics here and a southern sky.
So one Atlantic is probably for the jets, and one is probably for the piston.
That's probably, yeah, that's probably the piston. That's probably the jets up here, would be my guess.
Yeah.
No, maybe not. It's all the hangars there.
Yeah, this looks more transient.
Average cargo
Than that.
639, better contact, 102 miles north of the
Alright, well,
standard,
we'll
second
decide what
level
we do to
347.
get there, whatever they want us to do.
Cross Rome at 12000.
Cross Rome at 12000, average cargo 639.
I believe that's Atlanta in the distance.
Delta
Out
2496
here.
is send immediately down to
this?
12000.
Yeah, that's the city of Atlanta.
Yes, it is.
496.
That is certainly Atlanta.
Center 4 Romeo, we'll inspect.
Yeah, that's one thing. You should try flying Oceanic.
It's
even more staticky.
Oh, God. I haven't done that yet.
It sounds like you're talking on an HF frequency. Nothing but static.
That
Very
is-
good controllers.
Airport site, or are you still looking?
It's a pain.
I'm looking forward to it, though. Are you? So you're not controlling anymore?
Roger.
No?
Oh, they got another airplane out here and another one over here.
Yeah, we're busy.
Yeah, right there too.
So when a target gets within 10 miles of me, I'll get the data tag.
Yeah.
If he's further than 10 miles, I don't. I just see the lights.
But yeah, no. I was controlling for
New York, yeah.
New York for a long time, mainly at Philly and New York Oceanic. I stopped for about the last 2 years or so.
Why don't you get back into it? You didn't.
I thought about it for a little bit, started controlling again, and then disappeared again. So I figured, you know what? I tried it again a second time, and
So if you go inactive for a long time, they boot you?
basically, yeah.
27 and 5.
It's unfortunate.
Because you
but,
were a good controller. I enjoyed
Thank you,
when I
appreciate
was
that.
flying through your airspace.
American 704 to send via the John T to arrival.
Descend via the Jersey to arrival, American 704.
But it's good to have you on the pilot side too.
Yeah, been doing a lot more flying lately.
You know, I know you used to fly a lot of PMDG, you know, complex.
Roger, South 3013, American
Still do? So this you get the immersive feel of it,
Exactly.
but it's not the PMDG
You don't get all the
complexity.
systems. Yeah, you don't get all the systems. All the actual
Like,
systems.
I have no pressurization. I have nothing like that, you know. I can't isolate electrical and stuff like that.
You have pressurization if you're flight level 320.
Well, I'm saying it's all auto. I don't have to take any action. There's no switches
yeah.
to adjust. Yeah. So I'm lacking some reality.
No, but this is quite the setup.
But I can transfer fuel between tanks and do all kinds of stuff like that.
Neat.
You know?
That's very neat.
Actually, fuel transfer is on your side over there. It's one of
That
those.
fuel button.
Yeah, it's the thing's right in the middle.
Yeah, you only have 6 buttons there, so
Yeah, it's a crossflow. You can turn it on. It won't hurt anything.
I don't want to do that.
It'll just open the crossflow valve. Yep, see, fuel cross feed. It went out because it didn't need to. You know, the tanks are
Yeah.
balanced.
Yeah.
So, cycle it one more time.
Actually,
Delta 18,
no, oh yes, you are. Yes, you
Yeah,
are.
they're
Okay.
balanced. Cycle
Yeah,
it
no,
one more
but-
time. And it should.
Yes, Delta 1892.
Delta 1892 cross.
Yeah, it's 'cause you're feeding out of the center tank, that's why.
Yeah.
Altimeter 3014.
Yeah, it's not going to do anything on
Confirm cross Andrea.
I think it got reversed somehow.
250,
Let's see here.
13,000.
Yeah, got.
Delta 1892, that's Andre at 13,000 and 250 knots.
Andre.
My Siri thought I called it. My Siri opened up and is. Can't hear that guy at all.
He must be really far away. Or his mic's not set up properly for the new codec.
Engine instruments looking good, 93.9, and that's why I want to keep them right under 94%. I put it right at 94.
You got
very long, I'll tell you that. Oh, we just picked up the Vulcan VOR, 194 nautical miles out.
I'm going to identify it. So this is the ident button here, so I turn that on, then you'll hear the beep, beep, beep. When you find it. It's probably also next to it in the writing. Or if you find a chart.
I keep forgetting that you're looking at it over here. No, it isn't.
It's not? Oh yeah, you're right, it's not.
Because it's not the same.
Yeah, you can look it on the VFR chart.
That is correct. Vulcan VOR. It's dot line, or dot.
It'll beep in a sec, if you can hear it. Yep, verified.
Vulcan VOR is it.
Was he trying to call us? Did we miss something?
I have no idea.
Oh no.
No, we're not going to Jacksonville.
That's Southwest. Yeah.
And if he was, he'll call us again.
Or you're doing Mach 0.80.
We are Mach 0.80, correct?
Yep, perfect.
Atlanta Center, American 1729 with Echo, request clearance to Miami.
So you have the METAR in Birmingham. Do you think the active runway is?
American 1729.
Well, considering the wind's calm, I haven't the faintest clue what their calm wind configuration is.
Do they have an ATIS frequency?
Contact Tower 119.1, American 1729.
ATIS is going to be 119.4.
Put that in the number 2. 119.4.
Right.
And then I'm going to put put both, and see if we can hear it.
Delta 119 Atlanta.
No, we're too far away. Check when we get closer.
Atlanta Center, Delta 119. What runway?
Yeah, we're getting close. There's Atlanta.
Delta 119, the runway will be assigned to you by Atlanta approach.
See Atlanta.
That's the airport right there?
Yep.
Why would the airport be in the middle of the city? You sure about that?
I don't know. I think that's where the airport is. That might just be downtown.
Approach 127.9, yeah.
That might not be where the airport is.
279, Delta
There's
81.
an airport right down there,
Yeah. But that's the...
Number 66 Lima, expect pilot discretion to maintain 10,000.
Our discretion down to 10,000. 66 Limax, right?
Our pilot's discretion down to 10,000. We're
Yeah, but
currently about
75 miles out.
No. You gotta get a good idea here. Vulcan is,
We step away from behind.
Oh yeah, you're right. So,
yeah, it's
like 170
yeah,
miles.
we're about 170, 175 out.
Radar service terminated.
Roger,
It's like level 220 down to 10,000. That's
Our top of descent will probably...
the overhead Atlanta.
Exactly, that's what I was just thinking, right over top Atlanta.
Delta 119 cross 100 at 13,000, 250 knots, Atlanta landing west, altimeter 3014. 119 cross 100 at 16.
Well, that means there's no VOR approach. It's all going to be either ILS or RNAV approaches and the localizer.
I'm surprised we can't... I think the ATIS, you should be able to hear it by now. I mean, usually like Philly, I can hear 100 miles out.
Oh, we're still almost 200 miles
Yeah,
out.
I guess that's true, yeah.
Airbridge cargo 639, contact Atlanta approach 127.0. You can make your runway request from now.
1279, have a good night, Airbridge cargo 639.
And what's your favorite plane to fly right now when you do fly on Vatsim? What have you been in the most?
Lately, lately it's been the brand new PMDG NGXU that just came out a couple days ago.
Nice.
It's completely revamped, brand new PMDG, and, Boeing 737 NGX. But now they also have the basically like the iPad that's in the cockpit, so you can pull up the charts right there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they have that, as well as you can do the Scimitar winglets. A new PBR cockpit, which looks phenomenal. The outside looks great.
What kind of setup do you have at home? You using a yoke and rudders?
All right, now I'm just using the Thrustmaster Warthog.
Okay.
Just a joystick.
Just a one
and
hand.
Dual throttles.
Okay.
And a set of the same pedals you got up here. The CH, I think these are CH, right?
These are. Yep.
Yeah.
On this side, I have different pedals. This side has. These are also the same brand, but they're like more heavy duty.
Okay, yeah, the side tech ones. Yeah,
Yeah, the
that's what
side
they
tech.
are.
These are the side tech. They're also side tech.
Yeah, they're both side tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the same ones as the ones you have on my side.
The light is on it, right?
Yeah, the light is on. They're on.
Alright.
That, and then I just purchased two little Lilliput 7 or 8 inch screens. I can't remember which ones they are, but I haven't figured out how to get them working just yet. I also fly DCS, Digital Combat Simulator.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, so that's what I bought those primarily for, because I also have the, what do you call them, the F-16, the buttons that shoot a little around the screens.
Oh, okay. Yeah, with the little green.
Correct, yeah, it's like, you know, it has the 5 buttons on the top, 5 buttons on each side, and then 5
I
buttons
forget
on the
what that thing's called, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Thrustmaster's the Cougar Hotot, or no,
Yeah.
the Cougar MFDs.
Oh, okay.
MFDs, that's what they are.
That's still cool. That's cool. I mean, for, you know, where you got like just a little spot in your apartment or something.
Yeah, yeah, have a corner desk, big 27-inch monitor.
Nice.
Joystick is actually hanging off the table and down between my legs instead of being up on the table.
Oh, well, that's cool.
And the throttle and the joystick are about right where yours are for me. They're on my left side because fighter pilots usually have them on the left.
But if you're ever flying an Airbus, then you can always put the joystick off to your side, and then it's...
That'd be a process.
Delta 275 Cedric, Levi Summit, maintain flight level
It's like taking this whole thing and moving it over there.
Yeah, I guess.
Mine are completely attached to the table.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. But it's nice. It works well.
We'll have to do a flight too when you're home, you know, fly together.
Yeah. It's hard, but it's doable.
Yeah.
All these planes taking off out of Atlanta.
But I love doing this multi-crew, and thanks for coming over, because you're literally the first officer I've ever had with me on board.
Climbing through 12,004, 14,000.
Delta 1204, Atlanta Center, common, maintain flight level 330.
Climb and maintain
That's
flight level
probably her right
330,
there.
Delta
Yep.
1204.
By the way, how often do you hear a female on this network?
Never. Ever.
So I'm very impressed. Good for her.
Believe it or not, I also fly, I don't know if you've heard of Pilot Edge.
Yeah, I've heard of Pilot Edge.
I fly with them occasionally as well, and over there you do hear a lot more females because it's a very good training tool for real air traffic control.
Yeah, because in the real life, you hear women on frequency all the time, both sides, controlling and flying. But in that sim, it's
We'll expect
all
visual
kids.
1 Center.
never, yeah, it's all kids. The funniest is when you get the squeaky voices, the
Yeah.
little squeakers, I call them. And they're like, but hey, no, but you know, hey, I don't want to knock them. Good
No.
for them for getting on the network.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I remember the first time I logged in, how nervous
Yeah.
I was to talk on the radio.
Tell me about it. Tried from the ATC.
We would just
side,
fly
it's the worst.
VFR to avoid talking to air
Right.
traffic control.
And then you start to learn it, and then
Yeah.
you start to love it. Flying for Vatsim since 2008, I believe it is,
It's been 11 years, yeah.
if not longer.
And this, I mean, you remember you came over when I first got all this stuff and helped me program it originally, and
Yep.
and also credit that the airplane we're flying was painted by Adrian. All this work here.
Southwest 8375, Atlanta Center, squawk.
I remember painting that plane. That was not an easy feat.
Oh man, it looks great. It looks perfect.
And actually, I
compared
think I
to
put
the real
those
plane.
lights on it too.
Actually, I did the lights.
Oh, okay.
I did the lights.
Yeah,
These
that
are
was,
Eagle Soft lights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I did a whole bunch of that same stuff on a lot of my airplanes.
But it's my
now-
favorite airplane. I fly it the most.
Yeah. Yeah, for me it's the
Southwest
737.
8375, Atlanta Center,
I was
squawk
flying with
2043.
FSX. I was flying the Concorde more. Back
Oh.
and forth. Fran, you know, Philly, I would do Kennedy, Paris, Kennedy, London, Kennedy,
It's
back
such a
and forth.
shame that doesn't fly in the real
I
world.
am-
Atlanta Center, radio check.
It is a shame. It's 100%
Yeah, it's terrible.
big shame. All right, looks like we're coming up over Atlanta here.
Yeah, we can begin the descent if you want.
Let's go through the descent checklist and see what we got going.
Delta 1204, Atlanta
All
Center,
right,
radio
passenger
check.
briefing.
Oh, we're empty. No
555.
passengers.
Empty,
Thank
no
you.
passengers. I guess the seatbelt sign and the smoking sign don't matter.
Yeah, still procedural.
Yeah. Turning altimeter sighting at Birmingham, I believe it's 3015. Let me just double check that real quick.
Well, let me see if I
Thank you
can
very
get
much.
the
Squawk
ATIS.
2043.
Turn altimeter 3015.
Well, we're still in the flight level, so.
I know.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
3015, let me write
Correct.
that down. I won't remember that.
I'll give you the whole METAR if you need it.
Southwest eight,
No, just the altimeter.
better contact, 22
Cross
miles
that one out so I know
northeast,
that's not
we are
active.
340 cross spot to get
Now we're making our turn.
50 knots, Atlanta landing
We're overhead
west,
Atlanta.
So you can
altimeter
bring us
14.
down to 10. That's our vertical speed. This one for altitude. That's just vertical speed, yeah.
Alright, so we're, let them know we're out of the
Yeah.
3-2.
And Atlanta 66 Lima X-ray, we're vacating flight level 320 to down to 10,000.
Check the Lima X-ray, roger. UPS 412, contact Jacksonville Center 12477 CM.
12477, UPS 412 Heavy, thanks.
Alright, nav instruments.
Atlanta Center,
I got Vulcan tuned in at 114.4, and we've verified
Vulcan,
it.
yeah.
We don't know what kind of approach we're getting until we get closer.
Yeah.
Still can't get the
Delta
ATIS.
1998, Atlanta Center, roger.
Yeah, no ATIS still, right? That frequency was 119.4, right? Verify that?
According to the chart,
Now at flight level 350.
according to the chart, the ATIS in Birmingham is 119.4.
Delta 2794,
I mean,
Atlanta Center, squawk 205.
We're still 118 miles out, so maybe we're still too far.
Yeah, it's very possible. Alright, well, flight instruments,
Squawk 205, 1 Delta
and
2794.
we'll save the rest for later because
Southwest
it's 10,000
8375,
below.
contact overhead sugar level mount view mark cross Ozzy at 12000 at 250 knots.
Let's go down at 1,500 feet per minute. I want to get rid of those lines.
American 704, descend and maintain 3000.
There we go.
Descend and maintain 3000, American 704.
We don't have a nav 1 yet.
No, I do. Oh no, that's nothing tuned in because I'll wait till we get an approach.
Gotcha.
I mean, you want to pull up and set up for the ILS just anticipating?
The problem with this is there's all ILS 6, ILS 24, oh, there's only 2 of them.
Yeah, so it's
they're
a
gonna be the same
50-50 shot.
frequency, yeah.
Which one do you think we're going to get?
Probably an ILS. I don't know what their
American
comm
704, the Charlotte
configuration
Airport
is.
will be on short 2 to 3 electronic about 10 miles to Vatsim.
But either way, the frequency is going to be
We have the airport
109.5.
side, American 704.
American 704, clear visual approach 1818 center.
The visual approach 18 center, American 704.
We've got 109.5 on the,
Delta 2794, better contact
Stupid
35
button.
miles
I don't know
northwest
why
of
this
Gadsden,
one
VOR, flight
just
level
decided
350,
it doesn't
cross Lava
like
at
to work.
14,000, landing west.
There it goes. That went 2 times. That's where I wanted it.
Okay, cross Clavin at 14,000.
Oh, yeah, so it looks-
Yeah, we might go down a little bit
Delta
faster.
2794.
Yeah.
Pull your speed back a little, descend you a little.
Planet
Center, throttle side.
58 and flight
Are you
You're still at full throttle.
350, climbing 390,
Yep,
30
you're
miles
correct.
northwest of Birmingham, VOR.
Thank you for bringing that to my attention. We were overspeeding.
FedEx 358, Atlanta Center,
0.82.
2075.
That's why that was going so fast, and you were like, whoa, we better descend quicker.
Yeah.
It's because we were going too fast.
Yeah.
UPS 412, Atlanta
Alright, so
Center,
your course is either going to be 238 or 058.
Delta 1998, descend via the Jedi 2 arrival.
Delta 1998 descending by the Jedi 2 arrival.
Oh, that's cool. You can actually switch it between
American 704,
Yeah, either one can do.
7
Oh,
mile
yeah, you're
final,
still over speed.
18.17
Yeah, it's okay. We're on the edge of it.
Over to tower on the 7-mile final, American 704.
We're still within limits.
Alright, the MSA around the Vulcan VOR 25-mile DME is 3,700. Anything under that?
Minimum safe altitude is 3,700. Copy.
That's going to be around the Vulcan VOR, so that's your DME right there.
We are going to go a little faster down.
And if I'm not mistaken, that big light ball in the middle, out in the distance there, is probably
This one?
Birmingham. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably Birmingham.
It would appear it would be Birmingham. I think you're right.
We are only about 90 miles out of the air, correction, Vulcan VOR.
I also have this if you need to do a wind configuration on runways.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Where'd you get this from?
I forget where. Sporty's Pilot Shop, actually, I think.
2705, 2075, ladies.
Yeah, it was a cool little thing. to like, oh, you line up which runway number you need, and then you set the wind, and then it tells you what's the active.
2075.
Well, we have a wind calm situation here.
Yeah, I see that.
Wind 0000009.
I better have a perfect landing under
Flight
these
level 320.
A good landing is one you can walk away from.
Yeah, better landings when you can use the airplane again.
Descend via Jedi landing west, 45 Juliet Kilo.
FedEx 358, radar contact, 15 miles northwest of the Birmingham Airport, flight level 378, climb and maintain flight level 390.
Climbing to flight level 390, FedEx 358.
Just gonna double check the battery on the camera here, make sure we're still good. Oh, we're gonna have to change it out.
You do that mid,
It's tough because I gotta do it quick.
have the other one ready for you.
Alright, pause. Alright, we're still good. 34%.
Delta 119, descend and maintain 13,000.
Get back
Delta 137, Delta 119.
We only got like 10 minutes
75
left.
miles out, we're passing flight level 210. Maybe want to come down now. I'm going to pull that throttle back a tad more back.
Yeah. I've engaged the auto throttles.
Atlanta Center, hello, United 206 at flight level 340. United, who is the United calling? United 206 for Atlanta Center. United 206, Atlanta Center, roger.
4 miles. And then, see if we can get that ATIS yet. It's not getting anything.
I guess they might not have one up.
It's an event though. How would they not have an ATIS up?
United 960 with you
No.
at 10,000.
That's very unusual.
United 960, Atlanta Center,
Well, we do have the weather, and that's one of the big things that matters when you pick up an ATIS.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we won't know what our,
Just want to know what our approach is to what to expect. I don't want to throw this together last split second, but it's always how it happens.
sometimes that's what you gotta do. Especially during an event, they're gonna change it up on you at the last second anyway.
Well, last night in Nashville, so this was the whole premise of the event there, was they only had 2 active runways. Everything else was closed. They closed 2 of the other runways. So they compacted all the traffic into just 2, a departure runway and an arrival runway.
Gotcha.
But the controllers did a great job last night. And boy, everyone was like filed up right in line.
That's cool.
Yeah, it went really well. And somehow I got lucky and the controller gave me a big shortcut and I just jumped in front of like 3 people.
Always nice when the controller gives you shortcuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel actually the Boston Philly, they had an event right before
27 Mike, maintain max for
Halloween.
Oh, really?
And Philly, I was flying from Boston down to Philly and they closed 27 right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they were using 1 runway and a perpendicular.
I wish I'd flown that event.
That would have been fun event.
maintain max forward
I ended up flying the Liberty Visual runway 27 left.
I only just got back online because when they did the voice change, Squawk Box wasn't working, and I was busy. I didn't have time to figure out, get a new, client to get me connected, but I finally was able to do it last weekend. And now I'm back, online, so it's good to be back.
We just made the turn at Zell 2619.
Let's see, we're close. We're 56 miles.
Flight level 370, Delta 2619.
And we're coming down to 10.
Alright, yeah, altimeter 3015.
3015. 3020. Oh, push down, yeah. There you go.
3015.
Thank you. The other knob is like one of these. I can't
Yeah, it's one of the little guys right here somewhere.
Yeah.
This one right here. I got chatted right there. Looks like we're probably going to go on runway 24 according to that.
Okay, so let's set up for 24. What's the approach course?
238.
238.
Radio altimeter, 200 feet.
238. Hold on, I went past it. 238. Check. You want the turn coordinator up? Is that what you wanted? You want that turn coordinator up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Delta 1492 Atlanta
Instead
Center
of
is
the
about
nav,
to close.
yeah.
Monitor device rate 122.8.
That really should be here.
Delta 1892 Atlanta Center is about to close. Monitor device rate 122.8. Atlanta approach is closing too.
Unico 122.8.
Delta 27 Mike, monitor device rate 122.8. Atlanta Center is closing.
Atlanta Center's closing for an event?
That's weird. Birmingham, is that in
Delta
Atlanta's
2794,
airspace?
change to device rate frequency of food approach, etc. are closing.
They should still be on for another 3 hours.
Delta 1204, monitor device rate 122.8.
Unless
Center is closing.
Atlanta's not a part of this event.
122.8,
We got a visual right there on the,
Number 66 Lima X-ray, Atlanta Center is closing. Change to device rate frequency of food.
You said runway 24?
Alright, we're over to Unicom. He just called you.
Alright, 66 Lima X-ray over to Unicom, 22.8, so long.
FedEx 358, Atlanta Center is closing. Change to device rate frequency of food.
I'm so confused. Is this not an event? Is there Birmingham approach not on?
Where did your vet USA in here?
Yeah.
Oops.
It was from... It should be going to 2300 Zulu. Oh, wait. So it just ended, is what happened. Birmingham, here's the time right here. No, it's right here. 200 to 23.
Oh, yeah.
It literally just ended.
Ended,
half hour ago.
Yeah, half hour. No, almost hour and a half ago.
Oh. Well, that stinks. So nobody's online going into Birmingham?
Yeah. Divert to it? No, we can't divert to it.
Well, we'll just...
I guess that's what came in and that's our intentions. Oh, well, yeah, you can. We have voice Unicom now.
Oh, do we?
Yes.
We have voice Unicom.
But it only works within a 15 nautical mile radius from the airport.
That's crazy. That's
15.
Amazing. I didn't even know that.
15
is
only
small,
10.
though.
It might even be 10 miles. I forget which one it is. But it's so much better because now once you're close, you don't have to sit there, bring up the window, and start typing all that stuff.
What's the crossing altitude for the ILS runway 24?
All right. First off, your minimums are 200 feet. Radio, that is. Your outer marker is going to be 2,200 feet. Your spat intersection, which is the initial fix, is going to be...
I'm going to Roby. Is that on there?
Roby?
Roby. See it right here? R-O-E-B-Y.
Negative.
Oh, well, that's where we're headed.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to assume that's the...
What was the crossing altitude down there? 2,700?
Between...
So we got to get down.
Yeah, 2,700 by Huckov.
All right, so I'm descending us to 2,700, 250 knots is in.
All right.
We're only a few miles from it.
All right, we're below 10,000 feet.
Yep.
Landing lights.
They're on.
Starter switches, continuous. Got it.
You can do it. There, you get. I got it.
Logo lights on.
They're on.
Marker beacon.
Marker beacon's right here, and that is on, and you can verify it by this light.
Okay. ATIS we couldn't find. Primary nav aid set and identified.
We did that.
Perfect. There you go. You have your DME now. Glide slope crossing altitude review. Minimums and decision height checked. Missed approach is going to be a climbing turn to 1,300 feet. Right turn to 3,000 to Vulcan. We're going to hold north of Vulcan on the 226 radial inbound. Right turns. Final approach chart review. That's the descent in range approach checklist complete. And we'll be before landing. Next. Now we're 20 miles out from the airport right now.
Yep, 21 and a half. So I'm going to put us on heading mode, and I'm going to turn the GPS off so we're not tracking the GPS anymore.
I got it. I'm already picking it up.
Yep. So the localizer's alive and the glide slope's alive.
That's correct. However, we are extremely high right now.
Yep. Slow us down even more.
Alright, before landing checklist,
Proceed.
fuel pump.
Fuel pump is on.
Fuel pumps are on. Landing taxi lights.
And we'll put the taxi lights on.
Current altimeter set.
Check.
Spoilers arm.
Spoilers are, this aircraft does not have arming for that. But that's
Okay.
for the 7.3.
And flaps.
As required, not required at this time because we're going too fast.
Alright, next is landing checklist, before landing checklist complete.
But we're coming above the glide slope.
Coming under the glide slope,
Yeah. No, yeah. Right, correct. We're going to be under it. Thank you.
which is exactly what you want.
Oh, I can't believe the event ended. Oh, what a blunder on my part. I thought it went till, I don't know what I thought.
I thought 00000.
No, you know what I thought is I didn't take into account the whole daylight savings change,
Yeah.
which was 2 weeks ago, but still, it still messes me up.
Right?
I hate it. I wish we did away with that.
You need
This,
both.
the airport must be right over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
We're 15 miles from the, 15 miles out.
And obviously, when we intercept the localizer, the heading light will go out. That's how we verify we're intercepted. I'll slow down to 180 when we get down to approach speeds. Zoom in a little bit here. Should be intercepting. We're 1 mile from
Localizer's
intercept.
alive.
All right, captured.
Airport in sight.
I'm going to engage the approach mode since we're below the localizer. I mean the glide slope. We're below the glide slope.
Yeah, you always got to approach the glide slope underneath of it, otherwise it won't do it correctly.
Yep.
Alright,
And we're slowing
localizer's
down.
alive, and we are on final.
Airport.
Airport's in sight.
At Birmingham traffic, November 66 Lima X-ray is a corporate jet on the ILS for runway 24.
11 miles.
I should have said that. I'll give him another approach. Speed checks, you can do 10 degrees of flaps. First notch, down and you'll feel it. There you go.
Notch 1.
10, yep, 10 degrees.
I see 8 on the gauge.
It's 10, but it says 8. It's one of those weird glitches. It's 10
Flap
degrees,
1.
20 degrees,
Okay.
you know.
Alright, landing checklist, landing gear,
Speed checks, gear down.
gear in transit. Flaps are going to be full as next call. Gear down 3 green.
All right, speed checks, you can go 20 degrees. And Birmingham
20.
traffic, 66 Lima X-ray corporate jets on a 9-mile ILS final for 24. It's Birmingham.
Flaps full ATC clearance, don't have yaw damper off.
I'll wait till I'm a little closer.
Alright, autopilot's going to come off too, auto throttle, flight director's off.
There's an aircraft taking off.
We got him a visual.
And we're about to intercept the glide slope.
slope's alive.
Or, yeah,
Glide
interception.
slope's intercepted 8 miles out.
We are intercepted. And we'll slow down to 144. 144 is good. The next one, there's no notch, so you can move it down. There's
Gotcha.
the flaps. You'll see there's, go ahead, move it down. There's no, oh, that's full. You went all the way down.
Okay.
That's cool. Speed checks, we're good. Flaps are full.
Flaps full.
I don't know. I hope this voice thing works because nobody's acknowledging.
Some people don't have
It's a,
microphones.
at Birmingham traffic, 66 Lima X-ray corporate jets on a 6-mile final runway 24 at Birmingham. Boy, I'm excited about the voice unicom.
But I think it only works 10 miles out.
Well, we're within 10 miles.
As we are.
All right, I'm going to turn the yaw damp off.
Alright, yaw damper off, autopilot.
Autopilot, we'll...
Just fly manually, man.
all right, autopilot's disengaged. You can turn the flight
Autopilot's off.
director.
Auto throttle.
Auto throttles are off.
Auto throttle's off. Flight directors are off. Landing checklist is complete. After landing next, you have the spoilers.
I don't see any other aircraft here. Except that guy who just left.
There's an aircraft sitting over there with his beacon on.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Alright, 150, 148 on the speed. Glide slope low.
And Birmingham, traffic 6 Lima X-ray, corporate jet short final, runway 24, Birmingham. I'm a little low. I'm a
900.
lot low, actually.
$800. That's not a radar altimeter.
No. No wind is pretty easy, actually.
Alright, long roll out, all the way to the end. All the way to the end.
Spoilers are deployed. Reversers are out.
Duty early to get them back in quick.
Yeah.
All the way to the end of the runway.
80 knots.
70.
70, reverser stowed. Alright, I'm gonna bring the spoiler.
After landing checklist.
Go ahead.
Spoilers.
Retract.
Flaps coming up. Landing lights
Landing lights
and strobes.
are off. I'm gonna leave the strobes on until we vacate.
Okay. Marker beacon. Turn that off.
Or it's down here. Marker beacon's off. Pump
Fuel pumps off. De-ice.
De-ice is off.
Pitot heat.
Pitot heat's off.
APU.
Exit to the right.
Exit to the right, correct. At the end. After landing checklist is complete, shutdown is next.
Can you get those starter switches off?
Starter switches.
Put them to off.
On guard. I'm sorry, off, yeah,
Yeah.
you're good. Alright, yeah, you're coming up here, so you're gonna make a right again and then make a left into the ramp.
Alright, strobe lights are off.
Your strobes off.
This one right here? This
Correct.
first one?
Yeah, this is Atlantic Aviation.
Okay.
Atlantic West, as they like to call it.
And we'll stop the clock. That flight was 47 minutes and 30 seconds. I feel like that was longer. I might have messed up the clock.
Might have paused it halfway through the flight.
Alright, we are in the non-movement area.
Do you have a yeah, you do have a transponder, but it doesn't have an on-off button, does
And
it?
it doesn't have an ident either. I would love to figure out how to program that button to be the ident, but I can't. I don't know how to do it.
I hear you.
Alright, I'm going to bring her to a stop.
Alright, parking brakes.
You got that handle?
If I can find it, there it is. Parking brakes up.
Yep.
Alright, shut down. Parking brakes set. Taxi lights.
They're off.
Fuel cutoff, 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
APU is on. Cabin alerts are off. Rotating beacon.
Rotating beacon is off.
Transponder standby.
Yes, we will put that on standby.
Alright, shutdown is complete. Final shutdown is next. If you plan on doing a full shutdown.
Yeah, we'll leave the, we got the APU running, so that's
You
it.
can
So
open the doors and let people out now.
we've arrived in Birmingham. Unfortunately, air traffic control turned off right before we got here. But thanks for coming along. Hope you like and subscribe, and until next time, happy landings.